Good morning everyone, so I'm back at the new shed. Mike's been in this morning, I'm not quite sure where he is at the moment, but he is framing this wall because we're going to enclose that bay, so he's just got the front one to do now, I think. We're just going to put plywood up there and we need to get a door, so we're going to get a man door to go through the side so you don't need to go through the roller door all the time. But the concrete's come up pretty good, it's still curing, it still does look quite wet, but it'll probably take a week to go off. But all the iron's on, it's all screwed off, so it's looking awesome. Damo nailed all this plywood on yesterday, so that's looking really good. But whoever said to do it, it's an absolutely awesome idea, love it. And I also chucked these little boards, just offcuts of plywood on the back here so I can hang the feeders on. So I should be able to get 2 on there. And then there's a space for a hay rack, which I'm not sure, I might put them over there or somewhere anyway, and a trough. So I'm going to put a trough there, and in here all I need to do is just run a single line or water line down, and then I'll just put a trough either side of that pole. Each pen's going to have its own trough, but it is looking awesome. We also hung a couple of gates yesterday on the front, so the pens are almost done. All I need to do now is just latch them so I can shut them. I might just tie them with a bit of wire once I get the calves in for now, because I don't really need to open them. But I need to today is make something to go in between the pens here. Just use a couple of old gates, same there. I've just got to block that one up, tie that gate off, and yeah, make something to go in there so I can have 2 pens. But these gates weren't really the right size, so this one's overhanging quite a bit. But what I'm going to do eventually is just put the latch around there and hook it to the back somewhere, so it's not too bad. But another little thing I've done is that, see how the gate swings and it drops quite a bit, so I've put these blocks on, just offcuts, we cut them to size, and the gate's just going to sit on them like that. That one's got one too, so that they stay nice and level, because by the time you put 2 feeders on there, they're going to sort of take quite a bit of weight. They're not very heavy gates, so by just putting those blocks, it can't drop any at this end and stay nice and level for the feeders. But today's mission is to get that done so I can get calves in there. I really want to get them in there today. I've got 40 calves that are going to go in there, and at the moment they are in 4 groups. There's like a 5, a 13, a 9, and whatever's left at 12, I think. Maybe it's an 8 and 12. So it's going to make it so much easier just having 2 mobs of 20, and then I only have to do 2 feeders on either side. At the moment I've got 9 and 12 up in the top shed there, so 2 mobs, and then 2 that are just down here. So it's going to make life just so much easier putting them in here. I've got these gates over here, but I don't think they're going to be quite long enough. So 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, they're well short. I'll take it over though and see if I can make it work somehow. Well short. I just needed one more boot length and I could have made it work, but that's not too bad anyway. It's only short by probably a metre, so I'll just stick something in there and wire them together. Oh, the back. Looks like they've bought something too. Oh yeah, second-hand door frame and door. It's all good.
And the lock and the glass.
Yeah. Should fit.
Where can we put it that it won't fall over and break?
We'll just put it in here and just. Do we have a bit of wood that we can sit on?
Oh yeah, a little bit.
The other way. No, it doesn't matter. We can lay it down. Right. Just so it's not going to sit there.
Look at that.
Yeah.
That's excellent. Work out there and then just whack it in.
Well, that actually works quite well. Mike's just gone back for lunch, but it's handy that he is here at the moment, so we can borrow his tools. I'll tie it off around here with a bit of wire, but I just thought that'd give it a little bit more support so it can't move there, and then the gudgeons are on that side, so a little bit more support. So I've pretty much tied everything off, and I think it's going to do for the calves. I just need to find a little gate for in here, or something to go in there anyway. I was going to go with one of these, but I think they're a little bit too small, so I might just use this big one here. It's quite good because I can staple this to the post too. Something like that, and then I just need to tie these, or that gate to it. I've also just put a little bit of a stop down here because it could slide up, so that'll stop it. I've done that one, and yeah, just need to tie both these wooden gates to that, and then I'm done. It's only lacing wire, so it's real easy to work with, and it'll hold. Alrighty, so all done. There's only one thing I need now, and that's some calves, so let's go and get some. The weather's turning though, it's clouding over. You can definitely feel like there's rain on the way. Well, that's good. That cow there has calved. We brought her back. She was in the process this morning, so we've had 6 today. And we had 7 yesterday, so that's 2 pretty big days for us, because before that we're only getting 1s and 2s, so it's good to get a couple of big days. I think we've only got 53 left now. Hey girls, so these are the ones I want to move around. I have got, is there 8 or 9 in this pen? 2, 4, 8, and there's 9 in here, and there is 12 in that pen. So they're all going to go down. They can probably all go in the same pen down there, I think. They look pretty happy in there. I just need another 6, and that pen is full. I just need to fill that one up. And there's the last 6, so that makes that a pen of 21. Once I get the other mob and count them, I think there's 19 in there. I'll just put one of these in that one. Hey gilly gillies, how many's in here? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, and 5 in there. Oh, 17. Come on in. I got them in one load. It was a bit tight, but they didn't have to go far. Come on girls, out you go. You got your new home. Come on. Well, I timed that alright. The rain's really coming now. So these guys are happy as their new house. It's good too though, because now I can open these gates up and give these guys some more room in the shed here. Jeepers, it's really wet out there now. Far out. Just been up and milked those colostrum cows, and far out, it's pretty wet out there. It's actually easing up though, which is nice. So I've just had a bit of a count up. I'm just going to feed these calves. So the moment of truth, see how it goes on the gates. And what I've got here is I've got a pen of 17 and a pen of 21. So I need to pull 2 out of there, and then I'll have 2 pens of 19. And there's 42 outside in the other paddock. So I've got 80 calves in total. Righto, who wants to come to the other pen? You, I reckon. And you. That's a 12 teat and that is a 10 teat, so there's 22 for 19 calves, which is good. You always want a couple spare, but what I'll probably do is get another one of these because I quite like them. It'd be kind of good having the same, as that's a sectional and that's not, so I'll probably go with another 12. Bingo! That works alright, but that's why I need a couple of extra teats because they do get a bit wedged in there. Happy enough? It would be easier to use this one, except the tap broke last year, or maybe it was a couple of years ago, so that's why I've got to do it that way. I was wondering if this is going to happen, and it sort of is. So I'm not a big fan of these mesh gates, and purely just because they the feeders push back on them, but it is sort of an easy fix. So all I'm going to have to do is get a bit of wood and put it along the whole gate so this sits out a bit. See how it's sort of leaning down? It's not so bad with these because they're only going to get what they're allowed, but with these it means that the outside ones, like this calf, will miss out first before those other ones. I don't know if this is going to work either. It's just not really enough room. See how they sort of fanning around too much? I might see if I can get, I need a 20 feeder, so I'm either going to have to get one of those circle ones or see if I can get one that I can put along the whole gate that sort of just faces this way instead of curving like that. Mike was telling me that he used to raise calves in a shed exactly the same as this when he was dairy farming, and what he done, and I've also seen a couple of other people do it on Facebook too, is that they put a pulley in the top of the roof and they get a circular feeder, so it's a round feeder, 360 with teats on it, and they just lower it when it's feeding time, and then they have a bit of string back by the gate and they just pull it up when feeding time's over. So that could potentially be a good way to do it too, I think. Mike also got all the framing done for this wall here, so what we're going to do is line it with plywood. It's like a real thick plywood that was used for some pallets in town. We got it for free, so we're going to line it with that. That door's going to go in. I think Dad ordered the roller door today, so when that arrives we can whack that in too, and then we'll have a lockable shed on the end, which would be quite cool. But that's pretty much going to do it for this video, guys. I'm going to go and feed those calves outside and then get out of the rain. So thanks for watching like always. Give it a thumbs up, that'd be awesome. And apart from that, see you next time.